Quartz Composer in Leopard is going to have a bunch of new features. The #1 requested feature is custom patches. So there's a custom patches API in Leopard. Yeah, for you, all you custom patch guys here, you don't have to download the skanky SDK off the web anymore. There's a repository of compositions, so if you want to do something like photo booth and allow the user to select from a bunch of compositions, you can do that with appropriate filtering in terms of what kind of composition is right for your application. There's a WebKit plugin that runs inside of Dashboard and Safari in order to create dashboard widgets that might want to use Quartz Composer. There's an animated desktops feature, so you can set your desktop to a Quartz composition if you want. And there's a bunch of new examples, new developer examples on the developer tools. But I'm going to give you a demo of the #1 requested feature, which is custom patches. So we wrote a couple of custom patches to show you in the mad dash of the last 2 weeks before the conference. The first one is we found an interesting open source project out there called Ogre 3D. It's a basic 3D engine, kind of built as what you might use as a rendering component of a game. It's pretty interesting technology and pretty portable. So what we thought we'd do is wrap it in a Quartz Composer plugin. So I'm going to bring in a couple of components here to my composition. Let me resize my window a little bit. Then I'm going to bring in this composition, which is Ninja. The Ninja character is like the hello world you get when you compile Ogre. It's like one of their standard little guys you get. Not incredibly detailed model, but there he is. And I'm going to bring in an animator. The interesting thing about the way Ogre works is, and the way we chose to kind of expose it in this custom patch, is it actually carries all the animation information from it. So you could create the model in an animation tool and then have a bunch of animation channels you can pipe data into, and you can blend the animations in a pretty natural way. So I can make the Ogre do stuff. So let's do that. I think I go to first animation position here. And so there's my animation timer running. I don't have him doing anything yet, but I'm going to have him he's got like a basic walk. He's got a stealthy walk, stealth. He's got a spin. And I could blend these together, but we didn't really have time to put together a super complicated demo of this. But the one thing we did do is we said, well, if he's going to jump, we can make him jump, and we can bring in the QC text logo and set up the rotation of that. So hopefully, if the timing's right, we'll have him jump over the Quartz Composer logo. So brilliant. I won't tell you what happened in some debug versions of this. It wasn't pretty. OK, next demo. So we wrote another patch. We said, well, that's pretty good to be able to do 3D objects. So let's try to recreate the Quartz Composer logo. So we have a little, actually, I'm going to switch to this tablet here, if I can find the pen. So we have a 3D model of a magic wand. So this is the new Quartz Composer logo. And if I touch it down to the tablet, I make my particle effect, which we actually have hooked up to an OpenAL custom patch to pan left, right as I go. So that's pretty fun. The guys at Omni hopefully will forgive me, but it's almost as useless as Omnidazzle. But there you go. No, I love those guys, so hopefully they won't forgive me.